Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon everyone. My name is Faurina Dwi Prameswari. I'm from class A. My student number is E1A022047. Today I will read the national news about JULIARI Batubara's corruption. Before entering into the main discussion of the case, I will first introduce who is JULIARI. JULIARI Peter Batubara was born on 22 July 1972 in Jakarta. JULIARI is former Minister of Social Affairs before entering politics. JULIARI's business career involved companies such as PT Wira Swasta Gemilang Indonesia and PT Arlianto Perkasa Buana. In 2014, he became a member of the People's Representative Council, representing Central Java for the Indonesian Democratic Party of Struggle. He joined the National Parliament Commission 6, which handled trade, industry, investment, and business affairs. Next, what happened? The KPK confiscated tens of billions of money from the hand-raised operation or OTT of the Minister of Social Affairs, JULIARI Peter Batubara, and a number of other people. This OTT is related to the corruption of COVID-19 social assistance at the Minister of Social Affairs. Next, his arrest. Social Affairs Minister JULIARI Batubara has been arrested by the Corruption Eradication Commission or KPK for allegedly embezzling 15 billion in coronavirus or COVID-19 aid. The Indonesian Democratic Party Struggle or PDIP member was arrested during an operation that took place in several places in Jakarta at 2 o'clock a.m. Western Indonesia time on Saturday, 5 December 2020. The operation saw the arrest of 6 people allegedly involved in corruption case. Indonesian Social Affairs Minister turned himself into anti-corruption authorities on Sunday to face charges of taking bribes related to the government's COVID-19 aid distribution. JULIARI Batubara arrived at the Corruption Eradication Commission headquarters in the capital Jakarta. However, after the Anti-Corruption Commission called on his to surrender in a news conference just before mine on Saturday, JULIARI arrived at the Corruption Eradication Commission built at around 2 o'clock, a quarter to 3 on Sunday, wearing a black jacket, brown pants, black hat, and mask with several KPK officers accompanying him. Next, prosecutor versus the guilty. We demand that 11 years imprisonment be handed down, including prison time the defendant has served, said the prosecuting officer at the Jakarta Corruption Court on Wednesday, July 28. The prosecutor also demanded JULIARI, who is also a politician for the ruling Indonesian Democratic Party of Struggle or PDIP, to pay a fine of 500 million rupiah or subsidiary jail term of 6 months. Besides, he was also ordered to pay 14.5 billion rupiah to compensate set loss and his right to run for public office for 4 years after serving his sentence was revoked. However, in a pleidoy delivered by JULIARI Batubara, he asks the judge to be acquitted of all charges and the mind of the KPK prosecutor, because this case has made him and his family suffer. To the honorable panel of judges, please end our suffering by acquitting me of all charges, said JULIARI in his plea at the corruption court Monday, August 9. The former PDIP politic also mentioned the condition of his son, who is still young and needs a father figure. For that, he asked the judge to release him. In my mind, only the honorable panel of judges can put an end to the inner and outer suffering of my family, who have suffered not only humiliation but also blasphemy for something they don't understand. Two storm of hatred and blasphemy against me and my family, with and hanging with the decision of the honorable panel of judge, said JULIARI. The KPK did not bother with JULIARI's request to the judge because the KPK believed that with me available office, JULIARI will be found guilty by the judge. Next, his punishment. Former Minister of Social Affairs JULIARI Peter Batubara was sentenced to 12 years in prison for the privy case for the prosecution of COVID-19 social sanction in the Greater Jakarta area. The judge also imposed a fine of either 500 million subsidiary of 6 months in prison. So the former Social Minister JULIARI Batubara and 6 people suspect of being involved in a corruption case were arrested by the Corruption Eradication Commission or KPK for embezzling 17 billion in social assistance fund for the COVID-19 virus on December 5, 2020 in Jakarta. The defendant was sentenced to 12 years in prison and 500 million, with the condition that if he do not pay, he was replaced with a 6-month prison sentence and imposed additional penalty of paying compensation around 14.59 billion if not replaced, can be replaced with imprisonment for 2 years. However, JULIARI asked for an acquittal on his case, which was submitted during the trial at a follow-up trial. According to him, the judge decision will have a big impact on his family, where he has an important role as father. He also admitted that he had no intention of embezzling COVID-19 social assistance, as well as an educated family background that made JULIARI consistently surrender him to the KPK. Okay, thank you.